You've probably all heard the quote, if you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. Well, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. Hi guys, and welcome back to Joyful Living. Today I'm really excited to talk to you about intentions and how to set intentions. Because there's a lot of talk about New Year's resolutions and goals, etc. right now, because 2019 is about to knock on the door. So I want to talk about intentions because I really think that 2019 is a great way to start anew. And there are of course tons of discussions about this, and people are interested in renewing their life, and well, to me it's a great point in life to do it, like at the start of the new year. And so for me, I am setting my intentions right now, and I'm thinking a lot about what I actually want for myself in 2019. First, I really want to talk to you about what intentions really are, because if you, for example, think of a goal, that's most likely a dream or a vision that you have. And for some people, they actually write down the goals and they make a mini goals, etc. But most people just have the goal in their head and don't do anything else with it. But an intention is a concrete plan to that goal that you have. And I really want to, it's really important that you write down these intentions. So we're going to talk about that, because 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you have written them down. And also what's important is to evaluate often. The biggest mistake most people do when they set goals is that they set the goals and then maybe they work on them for a month because it's fresh in their mind, so they know what the goal is, and then they just forget about it. They don't evaluate how it's going. They don't think about what might not be going well, what is actually going well, and what you can improve on. So that's why I'm not working with goals in that sense of the word goal, but intentions. So how do you set your intentions? Well, there are tons of ways of doing this, and my way of doing it and the way that I explain it to my clients, or the way that we do it together, is to start out with feeling. How do you want to feel in 2019? For example, I want to feel stronger, I want to feel more balanced, and I want to feel loved. So those are the feelings that I want to take with me into 2019. And why I start out with this is because it's the best way for you to connect to your inner self, and not what others expect of you. Because a lot of times we just take into consideration that the society wants us to look and be a certain way, instead of thinking about our own values and what we want to feel and what we want to manifest in our life. So connect to your inner self and think about what feelings you want to have in 2019. And that goes for everything in your life. What feelings do you want to have regarding to yourself, your job, your hobbies, and home, and everything that's in your life? And of course your partner, if you have one, or your kids, friends, etc. And what do you want to feel? That's really important. Start out with that before you do anything else. And then I also want you to think about what's reasonable in your life. What does your life look like? Do you have small kids and don't get enough sleep? Do you have a really stressful, maybe you're in school, and maybe it's really stressful in school, or you have a lot of responsibility at work, or maybe there are just too many things going on in your life that you feel that you're not able to even do those things. Because when you set your intentions, they need to be reasonable. They need to take into consideration what the rest of your life looks like, because you can't just like keep putting plates on a pile, because eventually they will just like fall apart. Everything will just crash, and you will crash if you just keep piling those plates. So what's reasonable in your life? Like, do you really want to put the extra stress on with working out 5 times a week if you already have family life and a lot of work, and put that extra stress on? Because sure, working out is great, absolutely great, but if you put that on in an already stressed life, that's just gonna add stress into your life. So you need to reevaluate what's really important. When you set your intention, is this something that you've done before? Maybe your intention is to start working out or lose weight this year or next year. Have you done it before? What did you do back then? Did you actually start out really strong in the beginning of the year, and you had a meal plan, and you have had decided days on when to go to the gym or something similar, and it didn't work? Why did that not work for you? Most likely it was because you didn't evaluate, you didn't have clearly set goals. We often talk about SMART goals. I'm not going to talk about that in this video though, but SMART goals are also a great way to like match intention and goal together and build your really strong intention and really strong goal. Because we want to think about how we can perfect something that failed before or failed, if this is something that we really want to do. You have to have a really strong why. Why do I want to do this? Why is this my intention? And that's where the feeling comes in. That's why it's so important to know how you want to feel, because if you connect with your inner self and feel something really strongly, it's easier for you to actually implement it in your life and work towards it. So really think about what you want to improve for you and not for anyone else. Because first and foremost, if you have a strong base in yourself, if you love yourself, if you take care of yourself, if you spend time doing things for you, you have a lot more energy to give to everyone else. So also think about what your values are. What values do you have? Where do you want to get in your life? What's important? Is it important to be strong and fit? Is it important for you, or is it important because society says so? Or is it important because you have a lot of pain and you want to get rid of that pain because that pain is stopping you from being the best you? Then a strong and fit body, maybe not the fit part, but that kind of comes along with it, that is what might motivate you. The pain is driving you to do this, and not like the outer cause that the society is telling you that you need to look a certain way. So be really mindful of that. And also it's really important that you are consistent. Do not set your intentions right now or in January and then just drop them. Evaluate everything. Like, for example, the best thing you can do is to have, for example, Sundays, to plan out your week, to set your intention for the week, and that's going to be linked to your like overall big intention of the year. So what is your intention of the week? How did I do last week? And also, what do I have, like the long-term plan? Plan it out and evaluate and ask yourself questions around that. Did I do this for myself this week? For example though, we're gonna take the working out part. I want to feel strong, therefore I go to the gym 2 times a week because that's reasonable in my life with the sleep I get, with my kids being sick a lot, or not a lot, but they get sick now and then, and I have to stay at home with them, and I do not like working out at home. I have to get to the gym so that I get my alone time, because the alone time is really important to me. So that's reasonable in my life, and I always, like every Sunday then, I ask, did I make it to the gym 2 times this week? If so, yay, you're awesome. If not, why did I not do this? Could I do something else? Could I add something, take away something? For example, I also make sure that I walk a lot, like that I get my everyday exercise, like walking, just walking around 10,000 steps each day, without it being a goal or anything, just like an everyday thing. So follow your intuition when it comes to this as well, because your intuition is telling you what your feelings are also. But be sure to like be consistent and ask yourself every week how things are going. And also a really good way is to set your intention every day when you wake up. For example, today my intention is to walk 10,000 steps. And if you, at the end of the day, like when you quit work, for example, notice that you've taken 5,000 steps. Oh geez, my intention was to take 10,000 steps. How can I do, or how can I manage to actually achieve that before the end of the day? Well, I can take a little bit longer walk home, or I can spend time with my kids in the park, and when they are on the swing, I can walk around the swing while swinging them, for example, just to get some movement in. It could be anything, of course, but something that's, as I mentioned in the beginning, really important is to write it down. Because remember, you are 42% more likely to achieve a goal or reach your full potential if you write it down. So do that, because when you see it on paper, it gets more real than if it's in your head. Because we can continue just dreaming of stuff if it's in our head, but it's more concrete if you put it on paper. And it's easier to form a plan if you know what you're forming your plan around. Also, take action. Did you do what you were supposed to do? Make sure you have an action plan for whatever you're doing. If your intention is to be a better person, it could be, and maybe that is to do something kind to someone every day. Did I actually do something for someone today? Like maybe you bought your colleague's favorite chocolate and put it on at their workplace or at their desk. Maybe you helped an old lady over the street. Maybe you gave a kid your spare change, or I don't know, it could be anything, but make sure you take action. So if you want to get stronger, make sure you go to the gym, make sure you follow up, and make sure you do it. Because that's the only way that you're gonna get somewhere. So maybe that's a lot of blabbing for most of you guys, so I just want to summarize it for you. So how do you set your intentions? Your intentions that are a plan for you to be able to achieve your goal that you have. First off, you want to know what you're feeling about it. How are you feeling? How do you want to feel in 2019? You want to connect with your inner self and know what your heart is telling you is important this year. And what is reasonable in your life. If you have a lot of stress, if you have kids, if you have work, if you have to rush around your kids, or if you have a lot of hobbies, for example, maybe it's not reasonable to add something to that mix. Maybe you need to rather rethink and do less this year. Maybe your intention is to do less. And that is also really important because the stress in our society is mad. It's crazy right now, and so many people are burning out. Also, consider if you've done this before. Did you set these goals before? Did you do it in this exact same way? Remember, if you want to get results, if you want to get somewhere, you need to do something that you've never done before. So you need to change things up. Otherwise, you won't get these results that you want. And you do need goals and you do need intentions to achieve your goals. You are way more likely to do so if you have set intentions. And also, it's important to be consistent and to evaluate constantly. Do it once a week. Try to set intentions every day. Wake up and say, today I am only gonna eat healthy food, and define what healthy foods are for you. And also write it down. Really, really important. Write it down so that you can see it and so that it's really concrete to you. And make sure that you take action all the time. Make sure that you're all the time and at the top of your game and doing your best. And that is also with doing less sometimes, because you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your inner self, even though that might sound cheesy to you. But if you just rush on in your life and are not mindful of what's happening around you, well, things are gonna have happened without you even realizing it. So be sure also to be mindful. See what's around you, listen in on what people are feeling around you and how you are feeling, and if you can do something for yourself and for others without putting too much pressure on yourself. That's it. And please let me know what your intentions are, or if you have any goals or plans for 2019, or if you believe in intentions or resolutions. And if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel and click that little bell notification so that you know when I post videos for you to watch. Okay, so see you later. Bye!